All right, this is going to be Real Talk, episode 63. And in this Real Talk, I am going to go off in a bunch of directions. I'm just going to freestyle and just say a bunch of things. And it is what it is. We'll see where it goes. But I need you guys to understand something. The reason, and I just made a video about me getting permanently suspended on X/Twitter, and I showed the proof that that platform is not free speech. And I mean, it's not even close to free speech. It's not even remotely in the area of free speech. But if you have somebody rich and famous and powerful and popular like Elon Musk running it, you can fool a lot of people and convince people that something is happening that actually isn't. That's why I go so hard on people like Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And I don't really go so hard on people like Biden or Kamala Harris or whatever. Because the people on the left are so see-through. I don't need to waste time and spend time exposing them when they're already exposed. They're showing you who they are. They're not hiding it. They're not pretending to be something they're not. They're showing you they're pieces of shit. Why do I need to waste time talking about that? The real pieces of shit are the cowards that pretend to be something that they're not, like Elon Musk and Donald Trump and all these people that you think are legitimate, that you think that they're some truth bringers or whatever you think they are, right? When they're not, they're fucking phony. Now, am I going to sit here and tell you that I'm the nicest guy in the world and I say things like, sweet nothings in your ear and sugarcoat it? No. You know why? Because the world doesn't need that. We have enough of that shit, and it's not leading to any real solutions in the world. Things are getting worse because people like me are being suppressed and silenced. Let me say it in a better way. They don't want manly men, real men, to say the truth because that will change the world. Instead, they want a feminized society. They want an LGBTQ society. They want to do all of that shit, right? All that rainbow shit, fruity shit, weird shit. Why do they do that? Because that creates a weak society, a confused society that can't fight back, can't see the real enemy, can't do shit. And people like me who call out what's happening and try to expose it, they'll shut me down any way they can, anytime they can. And to say more about my prior bans, I got banned on YouTube before. My first 2 channels were banned permanently without warning. The first one, I'll tell you what I was talking about on that channel. I said something about David Icke, ironically. And I was talking about how he was exposing the lies behind the C19 disease. The thing that shut down the world for 3 or 4 years. David Icke was exposing that. And at the time that he started to come out with it, I was talking about it on YouTube. And that was my first channel. And they didn't just delete my YouTube channel. They deleted my whole fucking email. And what that did was any business that I had tied to my email was shut down. Because all of them, for some reason, I don't know why it's like this, and it's probably still like this. Most businesses, they need you to have a working email for some reason. A lot of my bank accounts, credit cards, whatever, phone, internet, gaming services, anything you can think of that was tied to my email was shut down for a long time because I had to prove for like a whole month. I had to go through this whole fucking circus of trying to prove who I was to these people. And I didn't know that emails were that powerful until that happened to me. I was like, damn, these fucking people really care more about your fucking email than you. It's the same thing with your phone too. You know how they always ask for your phone number and all of that? These people care more about your phone number and your email and your social security number more than you as a person. Even if you can prove that you are who you are, they make you go through all these hoops and shit. Ironically, I had a situation with fraud where somebody tried to steal my identity, and that was hell to try to prove who I was. But long story short, and that's why I keep my identity a secret, right? Because I've had issues with it. So I don't want people to know who I am, where I'm at, and all of that. You don't need to know all of that. You don't need to know what I look like. You don't need to know none of that shit. All you need to know is what I'm saying. That's it. But long story short, in this world, when they want to fuck you up, and this is what I try to tell you guys, when I say I'm going through personal issues, that's kind of what I'm talking about. That's just a little bit of it, right? Where they try to fuck my life up in any way they can because I'm trying to expose the truth of what's going on. So now let's go back to X, right? I clearly proved to you guys that what I said was not that egregious. It was not that bad. It may have been a little rude and all of that, but that's because I was defending myself against somebody that came at me unjustly. This person, who I don't know who this person was, never met this person in my life, never talked to them before, just randomly started talking shit to me. They were like, "Oh, you don't know anything about David Icke. You don't know what you're talking about. Who are you to talk to David Icke? He's not going to respond to you." Blah. They were just talking shit to me. And I was like, who the fuck is this person that lives in, because you can see where their profile is located. They lived in South America, so they're a third worlder. They don't know shit about anything. They read a book about David Icke that they probably had to translate into Spanish. And they thought they knew more about David Icke than I did. Mind you, I wasn't trying to have a competition with this person. I was simply just responding to something David Icke said. David Icke posted a general message. I said something to him. And this bitch comes out of nowhere and starts talking shit. And then because I defend myself, bitch ass Elon Musk and his Twitter, and I don't give a fuck if Elon Musk did it or not. I don't care if he banned me or not personally. It's his platform. He's responsible for it. Fuck it. Fuck him. That's how I feel. No excuses. I don't care. You're running that operation. If I was running X or Twitter, if it was my platform, that wouldn't happen. I wouldn't have people working under me that would allow that to happen. But he does. And again, because he's so popular and people believe in the hype, in the fake person that he is, he can say bullshit like, "Oh, it's free speech" or whatever. And it's not. It's not. It's not even close. And it's not just X. To be a little fair to Elon, all these platforms are the same. YouTube, which I just explained to you guys what happened to me before on YouTube. I already explained what happened on TikTok on my last video, where I said one thing about China and they just nuked my account after I put a lot of work into it. So on and so forth. And that's why I told you guys, I don't want to get used to trying to make videos for different platforms when I don't know the rules to each platform. I kind of got used to YouTube. I kind of know what's going on here. Until I get removed from YouTube, I'm not going to try to adjust to another platform. So basically, like, unless I get banned permanently on YouTube, I'm not going to go and try to just make Rumble exclusives or things like that. Because I'm still on YouTube. So I'm going to cater my content to YouTube because it's the most popular platform, yada, yada. And I'm going to keep doing it that way. Now, if YouTube bans me, then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to another platform, let's say Rumble, and then I'm going to be even more unleashed. That's why I said in the last video, you don't want to do that. You don't want me to be unleashed. Keep me on these platforms that have these rules. Because if I am free, really free, and if... let's just say I get pushed into a corner so much that they ban me everywhere and then I have to make my own platform. You don't want that. Don't make me a monster. Don't make me your enemy. I'm not the one you want to go against. But that's already the case, isn't it? I'm already against these demons that control the world. So they're going to try to do every little thing that they can to shut me down. And it's going to be their downfall. These demons will be destroyed quicker if they fuck with me. They've already fucked with me. But if they keep doing shit, it's going to be worse for them. And that is the real truth as to why I got banned off of X. It has nothing to do with what I said. And even if you look at the tweet and you read what they said I got banned for, it doesn't even match. They just threw some shit on there and said, we got to shut this guy down. He's too raw. He's too real. He's going to make too much of a difference. Shut his ass down. They're not letting me get any motion. That's why I'm shadow banned on YouTube. That's why my channel's not growing. That's why I don't get a lot of views. That's why I don't get a lot of subs. Because they don't want me to become popular. Because I will actually make a difference. That's why I said I'm the solution. This world doesn't need people patting you on the head and patting you on the back and saying, oh, you're a good sport. You're doing a great job, Tiger. Go get him. That's not what the fuck you need. That's not what anybody in this world needs. You need someone to tell you the real truth, to tell you what's going on, whether you like the way they say it or not. And then you need to do something about it. And that's exactly like I said earlier, why they shut me down. Because I'm one of those people that can actually make a difference. If I wasn't, they would let me grow. They wouldn't shut me down. They wouldn't ban me. They wouldn't suppress me. Look at all the people that actually try to make a difference. They shut those people down. The people that are actual threats, like Kim Gogan, David Icke, Alex Jones, all these people that are actual threats to the system and to the world, hierarchy, the way they've crafted, they basically crafted this society that is a bitch-made society, a slave society, a submissive society. That little whole thing that they've built, if you're not a threat to that, they'll let you grow. They'll let you be popular. And they purposely want retards to be popular. They want a bunch of retards telling other retards stupid shit. They want you to be entertained by people that don't know what the fuck's going on. Because then you're not a threat to them. I'll give you another example. People are so confused about why is there so much illegal immigration in the world? Why are all these countries, European countries and Western countries, letting all these migrants in? Why is that happening? I'm going to tell you why. It's very simple. They're trying to reduce the IQ of the general population. Why? It's very simple. Because the dumber your population is, the easier they are to control, the easier they are to manipulate, the easier they are to brainwash. That's one thing that, from going on Twitter and other things that I've seen and dealt with, I was like, wow, people are really retarded. That's why I kept I've been using the word retarded a lot lately. Because that's the truth. People are literally retarded. They're slow as fuck. They're dumb as fuck. They don't know shit. That's why it's so easy to have the world in the state of chaos that we have it now. Because if people were like me, or they understood the things I was saying and they wanted to do something about it, this world would change instantly. It would be so fast that the evil ones, the demons, wouldn't have time to react and do anything about it. But unfortunately, there's only one fucking me. That's it. There's only one of me. And I'm trying, kind of like Eminem and Stan, I'm trying to make stands, right? I'm trying to make people that are like me. Not exactly like me, but kind of like me. So that we can change what the fuck's going on. And I'm going to prove to you guys that the way you think and the way you're doing shit isn't working. Because you're doing it right now. And you've been doing it. Are things getting better? No. Nobody thinks like I do. Listen to what I'm saying. Nobody thinks like I do. So because of that, and you guys think the way you do, the world is in the state that it's in. And it's going to continue until you think like me. And that's why I'm also very, how do I say this? I don't negotiate my stance. I don't negotiate my views. Like I said earlier in one of my other videos, I said there's no agree to disagree with me. Either you agree with me or you're evil. You're wrong. That's how I view things. I'm not going to try to I don't need to find common ground with anybody. I already know what the fuck I'm talking about. You guys just need to listen and do what I said. That's how I am. That's how I really am. Whenever I try to be nice to people or sugarcoat shit or get along with people, guess what happens? They disregard what I say. They don't listen. They backstab me, blah, blah, blah. They show their true colors. And that's why I'm like, man, are humans just demons? And I'm trying to reason with demons. I'm trying to get demons to do the right thing when it's not in their nature. It's in their nature to be evil. And I'm trying to change that. And it's never going to work. Because they just don't have it in them. So that's another reason, one of the major reasons why I've taken so many breaks from making content. Because if I'm putting myself out there, I'm being attacked in my personal life by demons, and I'm trying to wake you guys up, and you guys are not doing anything. You're not supporting me. I'm not being promoted. I'm being shadow banned. And even when you do want to listen, or you do hear what I'm saying, you don't agree with me. You attack me. Do you see where I'm going with this? It gets to a point where I'm like, why am I doing this shit? Why am I wasting my I could be playing video games. I could do anything. I could be fucking bitches. I could do anything other than wasting my time talking to you retarded ass motherfuckers. And I'm not talking to my subscribers. I'm not talking to my regular viewers, because you guys, I see you as different. You wouldn't be subscribed. You wouldn't be watching me regularly if you didn't understand and you didn't agree. So I'm giving you guys the benefit of the doubt, and you're the only ones that get the benefit of the doubt. I'm talking to the rest of the 99.9999% of the population that is fucking retarded. That's what I'm talking to. And sadly, they're probably never going to hear what I'm saying. At least not here. But at some point, at least the way I feel, I'm going to get my message out to more people. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know what I have to do. I don't know what's going to be the trigger, because the way people get popular on these platforms is they go viral by doing something, making some video, something. I don't know if that's what I have to do, right? I have to make some funny video or do something where I go viral and then people start listening. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do yet. I'm still trying to figure that shit out. Maybe I just got to be consistent, right? Just keep putting out content. One of these things that I do whenever I come up with the plan, the final plan that's going to push me over the edge, it's going to work, because I'm not going to give up. And the reason why I don't want to give up is because I don't want to live on this planet like this. And I know that death is not people think when you die, you're escaping. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm free now. No, you're not. You're going to be reincarnated and brought right back to this shit, probably in a worse situation than you were before. That's why I'm like, I need to do something. Because not only does this shit suck, but then it's going to be even worse when I come back, because they already know what I'm about. They already know what I'm trying to do. So they're like, well, this guy, we got to fuck him up even more, because look what he did before. He already did a lot of shit in his prior life when we gave him a little bit of room. So we can't give him any room. That's how this shit works. So for myself, I'm trying to fix the world. If you guys are just bots or NPCs and don't want to do shit, fine. I'm trying to fix the world for at least myself. And then after that, because I'm helping myself, it's going to benefit everybody else. You're all going to benefit from me trying to help myself. The way I feel right now about the world and the population and all these things that are happening, I'm just going to tell you guys the truth. I'm going to leave you guys with like two final things. One is that the earth has way too many people. I already talked about that. There needs to be some kind of law against people having children. I'm sorry. I know you guys might not agree with that. I know you might think that's inhumane, but it's the truth. There are way too many fucking stupid ass retards having kids. They're not taking care of them and they're pushing them onto other people. It needs to be illegal to have kids. And if you're going to have kids, there has to be a law that states you have to meet certain criteria, whether you have to have a certain amount of money, IQ level, accomplishments in your life, whatever the case. There has to be some kind of criteria that says only if you meet these standards are you allowed to have children. And if you don't, you can't have kids. I'm tired of all this bullshit that the world feeds you. Oh, it's so wonderful to have a family. Oh, it's so wonderful to do the... No, it's not. You're bringing them to an evil world, number one. Number two, you don't have any way to truly take care of them. I'm sure people make do, right? Most people try to make do with their families. But for the most part, from what I see, most people are struggling. And I'm like, why are people having kids? They can't take care of themselves. That's the world that we're in. Most people are actually struggling to get by, to pay the bills, to make ends meet. And you're going to have kids on top of that? So now you're basically punishing your kids or spawning them into a situation that they didn't ask to be brought into. And they're not going to have a good life because you don't have a good life. How are you going to give them a good life? Don't you think that's selfish? I'm just saying. So I think there are too many people in the world. I think, this is going to sound bad, but it's the truth. I think there needs to be more death penalties. There are a lot of people in prison that shouldn't be alive. If you killed somebody, you should be dead. You know how they say an eye for an eye? It should be a life for a life. I've never heard of a person that killed somebody and they should still be alive. Never. Just that person shouldn't exist. That's it. You killed somebody, you need to go too. And there are other things that I believe deserve the death penalty, but we'll save that for another video. And I'll say this. This is the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with. Don't let anybody tell you that hating is a bad thing. What do I mean by that? People automatically associate the word hate as being evil, right? Because it's a bad thing. You shouldn't hate things. Here's the problem with that. Is it okay to love somebody that punishes you, tortures you, abuses you, rapes you, treats you badly? You know what that's called? It's called Stockholm Syndrome, right? So what's my point? Love is supposed to be a good thing, right? But what if you're in love with somebody that's hurting you or punishing you? Or abusing you, taking advantage of you? Is that a good thing? No. So it's not automatically good to love someone or something. In this world, we have so many situations and instances like governments, religions, or just family members or whatever, of people being taken advantage of and being mistreated by people that they trust or love or care about, and they're not getting the same feelings back. It's not being reciprocated. They're being manipulated. So again, I just gave you an example of how love can be a bad thing. Now, how can hate be a good thing? It's very simple. If there are evil things or bad things or anything that's hurting you, you're allowed to hate. Why aren't you allowed to hate something that's bad for you? Like me, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. If there's a person that's against me, that wants me to die or that wants to hurt me, I hate that person. I don't believe in this bullshit in the Bible. Turn the other cheek, love your neighbor no matter what, blah, blah. I don't believe in that shit. Fuck that. If somebody hates me and wants to wish bad on me, I hate them too. That's why I'm so, like, I have a very low tolerance. Very short fuse. Because the second you show me any negativity, you're done in my book. I'm not giving you a reason to be negative towards me. Even if you don't like the way I'm saying things or you don't agree, I'm not giving you a reason to be negative towards me. So if you're negative towards me, I hate you and I'm going to destroy you. That's how I feel about it. I have no mercy for people that I hate or people that hate me. Period. Why should I? Like Charlie Kirk, right? He tried to go around and preaching and talking to these people that hate him and sitting down with them and all this and that and the other. What did that get him? A bullet in the fucking neck. You're never going to see that happen to me. If I die, it's going to be like if somebody kills me, it's going to be like me going out fighting. It's not going to be I'm sitting down shaking somebody's hand that hates me. Fuck that. I'm not here to talk and break bread and have a conversation and let's figure things out. Let's get to a common ground. No, what I say is what it is. Bottom line. And that Charlie Kirk shit should have woke you motherfuckers up and showed you that there are people in this world that want you dead. And you want to shake hands with them. They don't want the same thing for you. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want you alive. They don't want you to exist. And if you die in a horrible way, they will be the first ones to celebrate. Think about that. So again, this is why I'm saying I'm the solution. I haven't even got to all the ways I can fix the world. I can fix everything. Any problem that you can bring to me, if there's a problem you think that can be fixed, put it in the comment section and I'll tell you how to fix it. I can fix this. And if I can control the whole world, I can fix the whole fucking thing. In one day. Just give me one fucking day. I'll fix everything. Because it's not that hard to fix. I know what all the problems are. Countries, religions, languages, cultures, all these things that separate people, they all need to be erased. And overnight, you'll see people getting along. I mean, it's that simple. The things that separate you are the things that cause the fighting. That's what people do, and people don't want to give that up. They're so brainwashed by it. They're like, this is my religion, my culture, my country, my language, blah, blah, blah. You're so brainwashed by the things you believe are yours when they were given to you by demons to purposely separate you and cause division. So they can make you fight, so they can eat the negative energy when you die or when you hurt each other. That's all this shit is about. That's what this whole fucking world is about. Humans are animals on a farm and they're being farmed. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Until you figure out the system of how you're being farmed and how to break out of it, you're going to keep being a fucking farm animal. That's the whole thing. So again, I am the way I am because I know this is what the world needs. The world doesn't need pacifists. They need somebody, like if you're a good person and you don't want to fight, you don't want to be mean, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. But don't stop me or get in my way when I'm willing to fight for you. I don't want to destroy good people. I don't want to hurt good people. But if you're aiding and abetting the evil and you're defending it, then you're just as bad as they are. So you're no longer a good person, even though you may perceive yourself to be and think you're doing a good thing. You're not. It's like, these white women that want to let all these illegal people into the country because they feel sorry for them and, they're escaping hardship and all this other shit. Yet they're hurting everyone else in the country that has to deal with these evil rapists that come into the country without being vetted, right? And those people, those white women, the liberal women, they think they're being like caring or whatever. They're just being Karens. They're hurting everybody else because they think they're a good person and they're not. They're evil. So that kind of shit right there, I have no sympathy for. If you're going to be an evil person and you think you're doing good, but you're not, to me, you're just as evil or even worse than the evil ones because you're deceiving people and you're pretending to be something you're not. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. But anyways, I said enough. I think you guys get the point. Last thing I'm going to say is I don't want good people to suffer. I don't want to suffer. And if you're a good person, don't get in my way when I'm trying to destroy the evil. If you don't want to fight, fine. Don't fight. Just stand on the sideline and let me fucking do the fighting. But at least support me, right? If you don't want to do anything, fine. But don't go against me and get in my way. It is what it is. If you like, comment, subscribe, share, or you can't hit the notification bell. See you guys in the next video. Take care.